What's up, guys? Out doing some exploring today. I don't know what I'll find. As you can see, people dumped a bunch of crap on this bank too, so yeah, about everywhere I try to dig anymore has got a bunch of cement stuff on the bank. But I don't even know if there's a dump down here or not. So I'll do some more exploring and walk down there and find out, maybe. One thing that makes me nervous about walking these steep banks with all this crap dumped on it is that some of these pieces are all loose and stuff, like this one. Well, the main thing I was coming here for was to walk this creek here, so I guess I'm going to go over there and walk it. I couldn't find the creek, but that was the reason why, because there was no dip, because they built all that pipe stuff and put a bunch of dirt on top of it, so it looked normal. But I do see there's a trail down the woods over there, so yeah, I'll just walk that. And it looks like it's shallow enough to where I won't even have to change into swim trunks, but I was just seeing if the creek would have had anything in it, or if it had like natural banks or something. This bank here has been dumped on as well, so hopefully the other side isn't like that. Alright, made it. Water looks pretty shallow here too, so looks like I'm good. Didn't bother changing the trunks. Alright. Okay, this water is insane. This is some of the coldest water I've felt in a long time. It's getting later in the year, so it's starting to get too cold to walk creeks. I mean, this thing is just, it actually is painful walking them. It's so cold. This must be water from a mine drainage or something, because this water is just too cold for me. Like, I can't even walk in it without being in a crap load of pain. Okay, what I do is I decide to just cross the road and check it, and check the area out. But lucky for me, I saw a path, so I decided to just walk down there and check it out. So I'm here now. I see a bottle there, but the good thing is when you kind of get to know the shapes of the good bottles and which ones are good and which ones are common, you can kind of tell which ones are good and which ones are common. And I could tell that's just a like a 50s beer bottle or something. These two are buried kind of down in the log and under the rapids, so I had to actually pick them up. Those one was a 50s ketchup and the other was a 1970s or 80s beer. I see something here that looks kind of interesting. I mean, this isn't, I mean, I know this is a screw cap, but this is an earlier one. I can tell by looking at it, it's from around 1910 to 1920, that time period. It would probably turn sun-colored amethyst, to be honest. I might haul it out. See a beer over there. Alright, we're getting older here. I found this in there, but of course it has to be a slick. It's actually blown in mold. AB Company. Huh. Actually, you always see the aqua ones of that bottle, or aqua examples of that bottle. Look at this here. This is old. I mean, you don't see many bottles with a top like that. Could be 1870s, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But either way, that's definitely at least pre-1915. I see a big old quart down in there. Alright, I hope this quart is something old. Nope, it is junk. But since I find older stuff, I think I'm going to walk a little further up and see if I can find anything older. Okay, been trying to walk the banks as much as possible. See something here that could be, oh, see. Yeah, it's old, but it's not old. There's gotta be more older stuff in here. I found an old beer that's blown and an old top to some early looking medicine. So I'll keep going. Old milk top. Yeah, if I got one round embossed milk from this general area that had the dairy name, city, and state, then that alone would make it worth it to me. These are the biggest fish I've ever seen in a creek this size. I mean, this thing is pretty good sized. There's the other one. This creek's definitely gotten sparse lately. Seen a few modern bottles and nothing old at all, not even pieces of anything old. Well, I just happened to be looking down and I happened to notice something old. Nice warranted flask. They're not something that's super valuable, but still, I don't know anyone who leaves these behind creek walking. Alright, see an insulator, probably a Hemingway 9 or something. I think it's what it is. With all this crud on it, can't hardly brush off enough to tell for sure. Alright. Okay, see what's likely to be a blown lead of some kind. Hopefully it's an embossed one. It is not, dang it. Well, it's old at least. Heck, I guess I'll take it. Okay. This creek here is warm. And this one is ice freaking cold. Yeah, it's yellow, so that's probably like a mine drainage creek. And this is, I don't know, a regular creek, I guess. Can't even walk this creek because how much it sinks down. Look at this. I'll show you what it's doing here. So, yeah. This is the mine drainage section. I turned around on the other one because there was a deep pocket, but now I'm beginning to wish I just walked on land around the deep pocket instead of dealing with the sinking mud, sand stuff. Okay, got a couple things here that look a little older. That's too modern to be old. This just has too much crap on it to begin with. And this thing is coated with this crap. I can't even tell if it says anything or not because of all the stuff it has on it. It has a weird ketchup-like top. Maybe it's just a ketchup. Yeah, I can't even tell if this is anything or not. Man, these bottles have so much of that crap coat on them, I can't even tell what the heck they are. And this is the worst I've ever seen of this stuff on a bottle. So that's where this water's coming from. Man, what the heck? That's the biggest chunk of coal I've ever freaking seen. Dang. That's like the size of a small boulder. Well, here's a source of the modern junk. This is clearly an old dump, but it's not old enough. Cone top cans and stuff. So, I can't remember what cone tops were around, maybe. I mean, not cone tops, whatever the heck them cans are with the triangular openings. I don't even know what year they were from, though. 50s, 60s, so, yeah. That's about the age of most of the stuff I'm finding in this thing. Alright, next creek. This island has been, well, not island, but bank's been run over by four-wheelers a bunch, so that's not a good sign. See something in the water here, though. That actually might be a little inkwell or something. Nope. Couldn't tell from the distance, but it's just a modern milk bottle top. No idea what the heck went on here, but the water goes from clear to just super muddy. You can't even see anything in this water. If there was anything in here at all, you can't see it. There's a lot of fish in here, maybe just a fish moving stuff around, I don't know. No, it's a deer. I see deer over there. Okay. Well, deer are kind of messing it up for me today. So, I guess I'm going to try to walk downstream and maybe scare them off to where they go up the sides or something. Now get out of here. Holy crap, is this one actually walking towards me? Oh, how to turn around, because there were some people right at the edge of the creek, and this creek's tiny and goes behind houses, so I don't even feel like talking to people. So, yeah, I don't know if this is true or not, but some people have said that you're actually not supposed to be walking in the creeks, but floating down them, because if you walk in them, the property owners still own them and it's trespassing, so yeah, I don't know. Black vultures up there on my next creek walk. I'm actually kind of searching the banks on this one. See a crock face there, some dishes there. So there's some stuff in here for sure, but the creek itself's a little too rocky to have anything hold, probably. Oh, that's a piece of a really large one there. I don't know, it could be probably a 20 or 30 gallon. First reptile of the day, and he is in some shallow water. You can see his head. Oh, only one way to find his head. Where is he? Yeah. Oh, there his head is. I see you, buddy. Nice little northern water snake. People think these are these venomous water moccasins or something, but I don't think water moccasins are even in Ohio. There, now you can see the whole snake. Oh, there he goes. Pretty good sized one, too. Looks like there's another water snake here. Look at that. Oop. Here's my next creek, but the banks are all man-made looking, and it's probably rerouted, so that's unexpected. Bottom's also rocky, so I doubt I'll find anything besides what's right there, broken jar insert and base of a modern beer. But we'll find out. Well, the creek forked, but the other fork is all man-made looking too, so yeah, I'm probably not going to walk it. I'll move on to the next one. On to my next area, there's definitely a dump here somewhere. See glass and crockery shards, but I think it's buried under a bunch of crap that they dumped here years ago. And this area here is completely cement. And then way back in there is a freaking homeless camp. So probably not going to go over there. That area's got mass cement dumped on the hill over there. I mean, look at all that cement. You can't even see a patch of natural ground with all that crap. This is some old bridge foundation thing. So, guess that's it for this place. I think this is a teens dump. Teens, 20s, 30s. Aqua. Top of the ball jar. Alright. On what's probably my final creek walk of the day. So I'm going to look on my maps real fast and see if I can find anything. Or find out where it's going anyway. I try to walk it both ways. Well, they really dumped on this bank and this bank. Only problem is they dumped the wrong kind of stuff. Looking for old bottles, not cement. Okay, they just dumped all kinds of car parts or something in here. And that there is one deep pool. That's like 5 or 6 foot deep, but you can't tell from here. It doesn't look that way because it's so clear. Okay, I'm a little further down now. I see an insert there in the bottle up further. This insert looks a little bit different. Let's see this one. I'm falling down there. Whoa, I didn't realize this was all zoomed in. That's a 0 on it. Huh. Well, the creek's back to normal looking, but I'm not seeing any glass at all, so I think I'm going to turn around here. Now, the creek forks back this way, so I think I might take the smaller fork and just experiment and see if I can find any dump layer or anything. I'm sure it'll go under a bridge eventually or something. I can just get out there and instead of just backtracking. That creek's kind of hard to walk in Crocs because of all them rocks. Well, only a step or two up the new creek, and I'm already changing my mind. Because it seems like it's going to be a type of creek that has all kinds of sinking mud. So, yep, I think I'm going to skip this one and just go back up the old way, even though I probably won't find anything. So, Alright, here's the Weedman cleaned up. At least on the outside anyway.